Roger that video. I just instructed the Hui people to call back in as lead. Is that still appropriate? Okay. Roger that. Thanks.
Hi, Tim. This is Hui.
Yeah. Go ahead, Hui.
Yeah, we're logged back into the conference call as the lead. There are two other parties on the call.
Okay, and you can hear them just fine. We're now looking at the bottom. I don't know. I can't hear anyone but you.
This one's the ISC. That one's not working. So this one.
Okay.
All right, now I'll fix that.
Pilot, I don't know when you're set up, Pilot, but I'd like to get a little video of that right there. Our depth is 2140 meters. Our heading is 038. I thought this was a holothurian when I first saw it. I'm not sure. We can get a zoom in. We'll see. For everyone listening, we've just landed on bottom here at 2140 meters depth. We're actually on the side of of the escarpment here, looking at. Don't believe that's a holothurian, but it certainly could be pteropod shells on top of this feature. But we've got sediment-draped rocks here on what may be almost a sheer cliff. We're at 27 degrees, 54.83 ROV, and Sirius aligned. Yes, it is actually. I think it is. Thanks so much.
And this is Bryn Reeser over at Stennis.
Have a good day.
I'm sorry, someone else just joined in. Who was that?
Mike
This is Brendan Reeser over at Stennis.
Mike, that's great. And it's Dennis, that's great. Thank you. I can hear you both loud and clear. That's wonderful.
Okay, I'm going to
Excellent.
put my thing on hands-free and mute.
Roger that. Thanks. We've just hit the bottom. Maybe you know that. And those do look like pteropod shells on a holothurian, don't they? That's what it looks like to me. Right, so we're just trying to get a full shot of this holothurian. I haven't really seen it move or do anything just yet, but it's an amazing number of, it's like pteropod shells on that. Pilot, can we get the lasers once you've got the image? That'd be great.
Yes, they are pteropod shells. It's the genus Clio. It looks like there's two species.
Is that something that you see frequently over on this side of the Gulf? I don't think I've seen that quite before here.
Yeah, it's a fairly
Yeah,
common
yeah.
large species. Well, the genus has large species in them. Yeah, it's a fairly common large. I've never seen them stuck to a holothurian before, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I have seen pteropods on holothurian, but never such large shells, really, and so many. But I didn't really see the holothurian moving either, so that was also interesting. I think. Okay, I think we're ready to start our move. We're at a depth of 2135. Heading is 25. And our bottom temperature is 4.3 degrees Celsius. I think I see a sponge at the top of the screen. Go ahead, Nav. Yep. That sounds great. Yeah, nice and slow. Yep. But there's a sponge just above this. We want to look at that, and then we can start the move. But yep, Roger. So Roger. Yeah, okay. Okay. Great. So we have a small ship movement underway, and we're trying to figure out what it's like to hover here in these situations, or actually plant ourselves into the slope for imaging and identification of animals and things. Our depth is currently 2134. Heading is 028, so northeast into the Escarpment, and bottom temperature is 4.3 degrees. Looking at a highly sedimented slope draped down over could be carbonate rocks here, with a few attached fauna, lots of pteropod shells and ooze. And we're now zooming in, looking at a sponge here that we noticed as we near our landing site. Again, this escarpment runs up to about 1,700 meters up on the rim, and that is our goal for today, to get up there and see this cross-section of depth in this area. Yeah. Thanks, pilot. That's great. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Something, something in the water column right here. Got something in the water column. Looking at, what is that, pilot? Can we just take a look? It's the drifter, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's. Oh, there we go. If that's part of a sponge or. Looks like it's just staining on the rock, almost like iron oxide staining. There are some of those worm tubes just adjacent to that feature, but I think that's just rock stained and not biological. Can we get a zoom in, pilot, on that white material right there? Thank you. See something purplish down there. Maybe a holothurian. Yep. Down to the right. Yeah, go ahead, Nav. Roger that. You do have the on bottom position, right? Where we were on bottom. So. Nav, the next number in our line of waypoints is WFL dash. You remember? Remember our last virtual target on Zoom? It's our last virtual target. Once, I think 16 is our next one. Is that right? 16 is our next one. Yeah. Okay, Nav, back here we think it's 16. Just roger that. Let's put one right here. As a matter of fact, there's something else right here. We can just. Looks like we have an old sponge here. Looks like a crusted sponge skeleton. Thank you, pilot. Yep, we're good. Okay. There's. Nav, is the ship finished its move? So Nav, are we ready to move up slope once we get this? What do you think? Roger that. Something swimming just beyond the lights. There's something. There it is in the top right.
Okay, video. I'm kind of nudged into the side there. You want, yeah, you want free to zoom?
This does. Don't know if, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I do see pop-ups on that. You see, yeah, pilot, can we get another zoom in? We're looking for pop-ups. I'm more inclined to say it's a sponge than a coral, but take a look. Yeah, let's look.
you want to go up a little bit more to get the full tip? Oh. Yeah, especially with me moving. Seem to be moving slowly the wrong way. There we go.
Yeah, there is a little polychaete right there. In the center of the field of view, sitting on that sponge. Oh. Someone said they see a ophiuroid leg inside. I'm not sure I see that, but interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm
hold on.
sliding.
Interesting.
Do we want to try that again? Are we happy?
I'm just curious. We go one more time.
Sure.
There's also something red on that animal as well.
Down in the center.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, can we go to the base really quickly too? No, not really quickly. Just want to go to the base and see if there's
Okay. Can we zoom out a
something
bit,
else.
video, and we'll go to the base?
May tell us something about what it is too.
This might dislodge me, but I will attempt to. Yeah, that did
It's
it.
just interesting. That's right. I just yeah, I know it's precarious trying
Yeah.
to image these things on the slope. That's all right. That was interesting.
Okay, full wide.
Yep,
We
that's
could
fine.
try a quick floating zoom of the base just to get an ID, maybe.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
And then
Okay. Let me get it here.
hey, Nav. Yeah, will you let me know when the hold gets released for us to go up? Thanks.
Yes, I think I can work my way vertically a bit more. Okay, video, and I'm a good spot for zoom on Little Herc. Just floating around here, but yeah. It'll be a quick one. Oops. Yeah. Well, I can get an image from that. Full wide. At the same time. What's your distance from the slope now? This is what the black face is, watch lead.
Roger that. Thank you. That's some of those worm tubes we've been seeing. You can see small little places. I mean, small places where you see that rust color
Okay.
as well.
Can we get full wide video?
Well, that's great, pilot. Thank you. Do you see a crab video? Sure did. Can we get a Are we okay to stay here for a second and get a zoom on that crab?
I think so.
Did you see where it is, pilot?
Yep, I've got it.
Right at the bottom of this, right at the bottom of the screen.
Just getting a little closer. Oh, you're at partial zoom? Okay, let's try zooming there. See if we can see him in his hole. Oh. Pilot's ready.
Yeah. Certainly a squat lobster with quite a few spines on its arms. See his long chela. You can see those pteropod shells in the sediment.
Okay, can we go full wide? Okay. All right,
Thanks, pilot.
up the slope.
We're now at 2,100 meters depth. Continuing upslope. Pilot, can we get a quick zoom on that material in the center of the sediment there,
Sure.
just as we go up?
Video, could we get a zoom on that
Just a
material? Whoops. Stand by.
No, just north of it. Just want to see what it is. It could have been. Didn't know if that was fecal material or if it's a sponge.
There we are.
I think that's awfully sponge-like. Thanks, pilot. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, full wide video. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So much larger rocks here. Rock formations here, still with worm tubes. As we continue to move up, depth is 2093. For those who are on the
Sneaking up on it.
iChat, we've been able to establish a way to be able to cut and paste in lat long from Sirius and little Hercules that may make things a lot faster for us, which is great.
Video as I drift by this. Do you want to zoom?
There's another holothurian. Yeah, we'll get a quick zoom on that.
Yeah. I'll just kind of go vertically.
There's like an amazing number of pteropod shells sort of agglutinated onto the back of that Holothurian. We should be coming up to a steeper part of the of this line that we draw on. Maybe a little bit. We should be into it pretty soon
Yeah,
here.
that's a good reminder. Drifting up.
Wow.
Okay, full wide.
Yep.
Okay, let's try a quick zoom there. Come up a little. There we go. Okay, can we go full wide?
Can,
Thank you. Yeah, Roland, I'll try to go real slow. Okay.
good. Certainly a Holothurian. Don't know if it's a Scoto Anassa, something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the sponge, isn't it?
Yeah, looks
Sorry,
like a
sorry.
sponge.
Yep.
Whoops.
For a minute there, I thought it was a translucent Holothurian.
Okay, and I'm continuing up. Okay. Thank you, Roland.
Okay, now traversing upslope. Seeing a couple of shrimp. Still lots of pteropod shells. Yeah. I'm supposed to. Yeah, that is nice. That's like an inflow channel there. Some scars coming down. It's just a place where the rocks have separated. There's another small shrimp. Geologically an interesting place. Still ready to move up slope, but we I think we're gonna change watch now. Yeah, okay. So we're getting ready to change our main pilot now. We are at 2754.888. 86 degrees, 2.09 west.
And if the two of you could keep track of our net vertical progress and let me know if I need to speed up or slow down in the vertical progress to cover the vertical distance before we have to pull.
Brian, what time are we going to have to depart if we're departing from 1700?
That's a very good question. It's an 82-minute trip up, so just a few minutes after 3 o'clock.
So traversing up the rocky carbonates here at 2055 meters. And our plan here is to try to reach a depth of 1,700 meters at the top of this escarpment. In order to see more seaflow, we're going to try a tack where we can
Here's video.
extend out as we head here almost north to the west and to the east to the end of our tether, basically, sort of doing a quote zigzag type pattern to cover more seaflow as we proceed upslope.
Okay, coming left. Got an object there, Tim. Low center. Any interest?
Low center. Yeah, real quick. Looks like it might be a sponge.
Stand
Cup
by.
coral, or an anemone maybe. I think it's a cup coral. I'll keep saying different things until I get it right. Looking at it now, there's actually looks like a cup coral to me. I can see the. That's nice there. Yep, that's it. It's hard to tell. I'm trying to get some of the skeletal. You can see the skeletal structure underneath. The septa that divide.
That's me.
All right.
That's me.
That's great.
The question is it worthy of more attention?
If we could, maybe a minute or two.
Well, I
think.
wonder what I want to need.
It was a major. Maybe that's it. If we're gonna get.
Yeah. Okay.
There was something down to your right. Yeah. Can we get an image of these little whips hanging off the top right corner? What are those things right there?
Yeah. Got it.
Thank you. Looks like a coral of some sort, but I don't know. Our current depth is 2048. Heading is 15.
Video. Let's zoom from right here. If I contact the wall, I'm going to stir up a bunch of spooge. Yeah. Just going to hang here.
Great nav. Can we put a virtual target here, please? For 17. Great. We want to get a good shot of the polyps if we can. Sure what that is. Okay.
Okay, come wide for a second. I might be able to ever so gently lay over here and get more light. Oh, here's one much closer. Just stand by. See if I can't get parked here. Just well, just stand by because I'll get up against the wall here.
Yeah, are those crabs on that sponge right there? When they're done with the shot, it'd be nice to zoom in on that sponge and see if those are actually animal associates living on it.
Yeah, okay, stand by. We'll just get things. There's a lot of microphone fumbling going on somewhere. Okay, video, we're stable here.
Alright, great, thanks, man. Let's see if we get detail on this object first.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, hold up. 2 more flaps. Typical detail. Discussing.
Panning left just a smidge. I'll frame it up for you. Just hold that. Just things dialed here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a bamboo or not, that coral, but that sponge certainly has polychaetes on it. Looks like it has 4. If we can go down toward the base of that sponge, we could document those 3 polychaetes
Looking
together.
left.
Is that going to take you off the rock too much, Pilot?
Well, if it was easy, you could do this yourself, Tim, but I'm here to serve.
I could do it myself. If it
Let's go wide again, and let me, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to come off and turn here.
There are more of these corals down this wall right here.
Well, I think
okay.
that might be the end of this region here.
All right. We can keep going up slope. Yeah, Peter, I don't know if you were able to see any nodes on that coral. I think the sponge might have been blocking it a bit. Maybe we'll see them further up slope. Depth is 2047. Looking almost north.
What's your range to the wall there, Jeff?
More of that coral there.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a cup coral there. Come up. We're more on a sheer face now. Another sponge. Here's some more of that coral. Yeah, Pilot, when you get a good view on some of this coral we're starting to see now, if you want to come in and we can look at the nodes, the branching pattern of the coral, would be really good. This yellow coral right here might be good. Something to zoom in right here, right in the center of the screen.
All right, stand by.
We're seeing a lot of this coral now all of a sudden. Not sure what it is. All right.
Def sitting here. Okay. Got it. Slow zoom video. Okay, we're stable. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Let me turn some more here. That's good. Zoom some more. Hold that. Okay, that's as far as I can turn without losing the base. So focus for the base. No, the base where it's attached. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm not looking at the clock, but you can cue me. Okay, now I'm going to tilt up and get the associate. Okay, zoom. Hold that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Jeff, I am going to lateral and rise over in your general direction because it looks like there's a lot more between us here. Yeah, you're square on to the ridge, and I will rise. If we're on a little nose here, who knows what we will find. Spirogorgia? If I risk talking out of class?
On this almost vertical and very rocky wall.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're at a depth of 2,040 meters. We are imaging a coral right in front of us right now. Apparently it's a octocoral called Iridogorgia. I don't really know how to pronounce that. Uh, but we're gonna try to image it, including the stem. And I wonder if we can also use the lasers to measure this guy. Might be difficult though.
Okay, so there's 10 centimeters in the Please stand by.
I guess it'll probably be pretty difficult to have both the lasers on the coral and have the entire coral in view, right?
Well, obviously the lasers have to reflect from something.
Something, yeah,
And
yeah.
we have an issue of parallax here, but I'm trying
Okay.
to play them over the
branches?
branches,
Okay.
and we'll get some idea of scale.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can see them flickering in and out when they
Mhm.
intersect the branches. So,
Right.
so that is 10 centimeters at that range.
Okay.
So that should give you an idea of,
Yeah.
of size there.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
In video, we're pretty stable here. You can go in to image the polyps.
Okay, now we're zooming in to look at the coral. We should be able to see the polyps, maybe even some associates if they're there.
Yeah, lasers off, please. Can you reduce that to go faster or go slower? Roger that. Sorry. Let me, I'm just bumping around here a little bit. Actually, it's, I think we may have come loose. Full wide, please. Yeah, I see that.
On the base of this coral.
Hold that. Yep, hang on a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. I think we got enough for the scientific side of it anyway. I'm just going to look up the stem and see. Yeah, unfortunately I bruised it ever so slightly. My apologies.
Yeah, looks like there's a little bit of tissue loss right there. You can see the black under it.
Okay, we must move on.
Huh.
Waiting for the range to close, but
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
So if we could just image this guy the same way we did it before.
Well, let's do it better than we did it before.
Okay. Okay. And then to the left of the Iridogorgia.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
The yellow one is the primary that
right.
we imaged before. The one in between.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to take a good look at that one.
Okay. Um. Pilot.
Yeah.
This is Pen. So once we're done imaging this Iridogorgia coral, the web coral, can we also look at the smaller guy just to the left of it?
Not sure which one is the small guy to the left. Okay. Is that it in the center of my screen?
Hi, Pen, this is Hui.
We go ahead.
Okay.
There's also the same coral right here on the left, if that's easier to image.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I don't know. Looks like we're touching it actually. Standby.
Is this it, Pen?
That looks like it to me.
Okay.
Thank you. So if we could just take a really good look at this guy, including the whole thing.
This is Hui again. Can we also get lasers when we pull out?
Yep, I'm about to ask for that. I will also laser all of the other crows that we encounter on this dive. Pilot, this is Pen. Sorry
Thank
to
you.
add one more thing. For all of the corals, when you get a chance, can we also use the lasers to size them up, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I see that. Yeah. All right.
So right now we are imaging the acididae bamboo coral in front of us. We're pretty zoomed in. You can see all the polyps on it. After they get this shot, we'll try to get the two lasers on it to measure its size.
Yes, please. Jeff, if I could get lasers. Thanks, mate.
Hi, Pen, can we also take a quick look at the base? Sorry, I realize
Okay,
we're
I'm
cutting
going to
out.
sweep the lasers across.
The base of the acididae?
Yes, please.
Okay, stand by.
So we got that. Now let's go back in video. Look at the base of this Ritagorgia here. There. Yeah. Now hold that for a second. Let me come right a little bit. In some more. Hold that.
When you get a chance, can you also go back to that core we just looked at again? I just want to get another shot of its stem, if
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's perspective, Brian, but it sure looks like they're touching.
Yeah, so it looks like the Acididae bamboo coral. It has at least one branch that looks like it's very close to the Iridogorgia, near its stem.
Let's go back in video. Let's get tight on that.
We are currently imaging the stem of the Iridogorgia.
Hold that. Yeah. It sure looks like contact to me, but it's a tough call. Well, I'll blow it out. I'll blow it all to smithereens too. Or I should say, I will disturb it with my prop wash. More zoom, if you can manage it. Yeah, I can't hold any steadier than that, so that's what. Yeah, okay. Might be able to capture a still off that. And we must move along, Penn. Yes.
Okay, so we have to move on now, but
Right there.
on the way, we're gonna try to get the two lasers on the big Iridogorgia coil, so we can measure that as well.
This is great. Thank you, Pat.
I know they're out there somewhere. Here they come. Watch for the flicker.
Okay, looks like the lasers are coming to view. Let's see if both of them will appear for at least a moment. Oh, looks like they're appearing. Oh, there we go. We had them for a second.
Well, it's obvious where they are.
There we go. We can see the lasers now. Ah.
Okay. Gotta go.
The imaging the Iridogorgia coral and the others apart. We're continuing our ascent.
There's also a paramuricea that with an asteroid. Do you see it?
Yes, I just noticed that. I was just asking the pilots to see if we can
Okay,
image
I'll
these
let,
corals,
Nav ponder
if
that.
we can still be on time.
Great, thanks.
So I've got almost 2,000 wire out.
Any chance we might be able to image both corals? The one in view right now with the ophirid on it and that white bamboo coral to the bottom left?
Well, while the calculators are calculating, I'll certainly set up for it, and they'll tell me when it's time to go.
Okay, great. Thank you. As usual, the idea is to try to image the whole coral and the associates on it, the stem, and also measure it with the lasers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Video, darken us up so they can see the lasers here as I approach. Oh, that's good enough. That's good enough.
According
Let's
to
get color
ROV
contrast
nav,
now.
at
Let's
our
see.
current rate of ascent and imaging,
We don't need to shift the color balance. We just need to move the pedestal around.
it's gonna cut it pretty close, but we're gonna try to do as much imaging as we can.
Okay, there's lasers for scale. video. Okay.
We're currently attempting to image a Paramarissa in front of us right now that has at least one ophiurid associate on it.
Okay, video, we're stable. Lasers off, please.
We will try to image the whole coral, the associate,
Video,
zoom
you're
in
free
on
to
it,
zoom at will.
and also catch the stem. Our current depth is 2,004 meters. ROV heading is 232.
Pen, is it possible to look at it from the other side so we could see the disc?
Excuse me, from the other side to see what?
The disc of the ophiurid?
Ah, we might be able to do that when the ROV is moving to the acidic coral in the back. I'll ask the pilot to see what they can do about that.
Okay, thanks. If I zoom in on whatever that is on the left, of the left branch.
You mean on the Paramarissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Stand by.
Hold it. There you go. Yeah, okay, now you gotta come wide. Yeah, that's enough of that.
Quickly,
I can't
just to
get
see if we're
more
on the right
centered
side.
than that, but I will attempt to hold that, please.
Okay, it looks like we're trying to tell if we're looking at it from the right side.
Okay, we want to snap zoom, try to pick up the center, hold that. Yeah, yeah, I can't see.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like we need to go to the other side.
Other side, hold that.
Looks like we're looking at it from the right side this time.
This is Julie. Just want to say thanks a lot. It looks great.
Okay. Can we get a good still frame from that? Okay, we're done. It's not a beauty shot. We just need to ID. We could spend a lot of time making it pretty, but they'll be able to do an ID from the still frame. Yeah, video. If you can clip that and get a good still, we can email it off this afternoon. Thank you. And up we go. Co-pilot? Making tracks.
We just finished imaging a ophiurid on a Paramarissa coral at about 2,000 meters. Now we are ascending again so that we can stay on schedule to finish the whole transit up the slope before we have to recover at 1500 hours local time. So we have about 1 hour and 15 minutes left. We will try to image any coral that we have not seen before on this dive, measure it with lasers, and get a picture of its stem when possible. We're still passing by a lot of heavily sedimented rocks on a vertical wall. Our current depth is 1983 meters, and we are still ascending. We will be on the lookout for corals that we have not yet seen on this dive.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hi, Pen. This is Hui.
Hui, go ahead.
It's quite hard actually to see things from this distance. Do you think there's any chance we could go closer?
I'm hearing some weird.
Slower.
I'm hearing some weird echo right now, and I can't make out your words. Can you repeat your last transmission?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Sorry. And would it also be possible to be a bit slower?
I'm hearing that weird echo again. Can you repeat your last sentence?
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you again.
Okay. I was just saying, would it also be possible to go just a little bit slower? Thank you.
Did you say a little closer? Slower. Oh, okay. I don't know. Can we go a little slower?
The topic of discussion has been which is more important, to complete the vertical distance desired for the transect or to linger. And I'll let science determine what is the primary goal.
Understood. Okay. What about we move at the slowest possible speed while still being able to make the 300 meters?
I have asked that question of my teammates, and they are calculating and recalculating as we go. Now the last update I had was go faster, so we'll do another spin and see. I just drive the bus, guys.
Okay, thanks.
But I'm happy to do whatever the consensus
Okay.
achieves.
Okay, so apparently the ROV nav is continuously calculating the slowest possible speed that we can ascend at in order to still make the 300-meter ascent that we need to do right now. He's doing that continuously, and apparently we need to ascend actually faster right now. So the question would be whether we want to aim for finishing the 300 meters or go slower and be able to look at everything in more detail. Our current depth is 1964 meters. We are continuing our ascent along this heavily sedimented, almost vertical rock face. I believe the idea is that we will image and document new corals that we come across as they appear. However, by the time there's only 20 minutes left in the dive, and if we have not reached the top of the wall,
So I
Then we
think
will
just
move
crawling up
quickly
close
and scoot up to the top, just so that we cover the whole thing.
tells us more.
Yeah, it looks like we have seen Permeria, definitely. This looks like another Permeria. In fact, do you think we will be able to image this guy so that we get the whole coral, measure it with the lasers, image the stem, and the correct side of the ophiolite?
Video. We are stable. Clear.
We are now making another attempt
Okay,
at imaging a Permeria coral, this time with the hopes of imaging the coral, measuring it, imaging the stem, and also the correct side of the ophiolite.
Okay, I'm going to try to walk you down the stem from here, so just track focus. Alright. And let's do a, just do a slow pull back. And then, and lasers, please, Jeff.
Ooh, what is this guy just floating right there? Oh, looks like we've seen that before, right?
Is this worthy of further study, Penn? All right. We'll size it up on the approach. I noticed they're getting quicker on the uptake back on the beach. That's good. He who hesitates.
We are currently at a depth of 1951 meters. ROV heading is 25. We are zooming in for a close look at what appears to be a red sea urchin perched on the side of a rock. Or not. Ooh, it might not be a sea urchin. I don't know what it is. But we're taking a look at it anyway. The water temperature is currently 4.3 degrees Celsius. Pinkish looking coral
Okay, that's a little bit
Anthomastus.
better. Okay, video, you are
We
free.
just sized it up with the lasers, and now we're going in for a closer look.
Panning. Yeah. Got it.
We have just finished imaging the
Okay.
Anthomastus coral that looks kind of pinkish. We are continuing our ascent along this heavily sedimented rocky wall. We have about 250 meters to go.
I'm okay with that. I have plausible deniability, and we're good to go. I believe that. We can zoom in a little bit. Hang on a second here. Video? Well, wait a minute. Oh, that's interesting. What's happening? There we go. Yeah, sure. I think I'm too close. Have you got enough light to work with there?
We're currently imaging what
Sure,
looks
yeah.
like a crinoid coming out of the rock at a depth of 1947 meters.
Yeah, okay.
The
Now
lights
we'll
are being
work with what we
adjusted right
got.
now to give us a better view.
Yeah. Okay. That's about all I can do with that. Alrighty, gotta go.
Okay, we are still continuing the ascent. Our current depth is 1939 meters along this very sedimented, rocky slope. It's pretty steep. Um, our vertical distance to the top seems to be only around 10 meters, but we still have a 200-meter ascent ahead of us. So it sounds pretty steep to me. Um, we will be imaging and documenting any novel biology that we come across during this ascent. We just finished imaging a crinoid that seems to be perched on top of a old coral stem, I guess.
I want to take a quick look at that purple thing there, video. Snap in on that. Yep. I think it's a blueberry.
There's approximately 1 hour of bottom time remaining.
There is approximately 1 hour bottom time remaining in this dive. We're currently at a depth of 1936 meters, ROV heading 28. We're trying to image
Nav, this
a
is co-watch leader.
purple spherical
Yeah, I had a question about your off
sponge,
bottom time.
and
You're asking a lot.
the water temperature has been pretty consistent at about
asking a lot.
4 degrees Celsius. Currently it's
Okay.
4.3.
There you go.
And we
There
have
you
close to 1 hour left
Sorry, you there,
in
Nav?
our dive
Sorry.
before we have
Yeah,
to
sorry.
recover.
You're saying about an hour or so? Roger that. Okay, thank you.
There you go.
As we continue our ascent, you can see that right in front of us there's what appears to be a old coral,
Copy
maybe, that's sticking out
Coming
of
up.
the rock. There's also what might be another coral in the back. They're kind of in a shadow. Look down from where we are right now, just so that we can see where we pass by. Thanks. Okay, do you see anything from this view, Santiago?
Yeah, it's on the bottom right corner.
It's on the bottom right corner.
Okay.
Okay, can we move there and take a look? Thanks. And just let us know when you see it, because I can't really see anything yellow from here.
Yeah, I see it. Now it's in the top right corner.
Now it's in the top right corner?
Whoa.
Now it's in the middle,
Okay.
top. If you just pan the camera up.
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit.
Can we pan the camera up? Okay.
How about right there?
Is it the thing that's almost close to the center right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, did you catch that? Can
No,
we?
I didn't.
Okay, sorry. So there's this object right in front of us, almost in the center of the screen.
Yep.
It looks kind of segmented.
Yes.
Can we just take a quick look at that, zoom in, including lasers,
Lasers on.
Thanks.
Video, you want to zoom on that?
Okay, we are zooming in on this thing now.
I think this is Tim. What we're seeing right now is a
we move on.
Guys, see. Okay, let's get rid of the lasers in case
Hi,
we get a good picture.
Yeah, I think we're good at that. Thanks.
There we go. feel like I'm drifting away right now. Okay. Try and come back in. Oh. Closer to. It's in the center there. Lower left. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Dave, that's not showing up in the HD, I think. Okay. 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 I think you can't. Correct. What, do you want down a little bit? No, I can't. Oh, wrong camera.
Yeah, this is
Shh. Bugger.
Yeah, this is Tim. This looks like a sponge that we imaged this morning. We saw some of these skeletons. This is actually a sponge skeleton, I think. We saw it when it was bright white and alive, and it had the polychaetes on it. It had the 3 or 4 red polychaetes on it, and we've seen a couple of these on the seafloor, on the sediments. It's good to document it again, but if it's taking too much time to set up and whatnot to look at it, sorry, I just came in the room, so I'm not sure which sponge you're looking at now. The one on the right or the one at the top upper left?
We are continuing our ascent. Current depth 1930 meters. Water temperature 4.3 degrees Celsius. Okay, for those of you unsure, we just got an update from nav. Apparently there's an inconsistency between the multi-beam data and the depth data coming from the ROV right now. According to the ROV, we still have about 200 meters to go before we get to the top. However, according to the height pack, we are very close to the top. So there appears to be at least a 150 meter difference. So depending on which one is actually correct, we might need to leave bottom at about 2:45, which is 14:45 ship time. That's approximately 43 minutes and 40 seconds from now.
Keep moving up.
Or what we have already imaged on this dive. Sponges, corals. corals, I believe we have seen. The one on the left was a Acididae, which is a bamboo coral. The rock face is still heavily sedimented right now. The Acididae is just coming to view as we continue the ascent. Our current depth, according to the ROV, is 1926 meters. The ROV heading is 355, water temperature 4.3 degrees Celsius. Our current location is 27 degrees 54.9 minutes north, 86 degrees and then 2.1 minutes west. Lots of sedimentation here on the rocks. The rocks have a very dark texture to it.
Whoop.
All right.
So we have about 38 minutes and 30 seconds left for this dive, which is dive 3 in the West Florida Escarpment. Today we have been exploring this canyon region here. We've been following this almost vertical, heavily sedimented rocky slope in this canyon. We started at a depth of almost 2,200 meters. We've ascended to our current depth of 1,920 meters. We've imaged and noted various species of corals on this dive, including Acididae, which is the bamboo coral, Iridogorgia, among others. We've also imaged sponges, a Alfred associate on a Primaricia,
No. Anything I detect with a little color, I sort of point at for a second, but Must have got a little snow on my light bar.
We're still continuing our ascent. Current depth 1915 meters. I don't think we've run across anything we haven't seen yet on this dive. So we will continue the ascent. And at any time, if there's something you want to look at up close or image, please let me know, and I will do my best to relay that information to the ROV people. We're pretty close to the rock surface right now, and as you can see, there are some encrusting sponges in front of us, multiple encrusting sponges of various shapes, colors, and sizes. If you look really closely and squint, you might be able to make out a few branches that might be Acididae, which is bamboo coral.
Brian, do we have a best guess now for the top of the ridge as far as depth? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, we have about 200 meters vertical to go in the next 30 minutes. Yeah. Video, something strange happening to my. You're tinkering with my
Okay, so
eyes.
according to the
Or my
latest
eye, anyway.
estimates from the ROV crew, we might still have another 200 meters to go before we reach the top of the
What's our vertical
slope.
rate right now, Dave?
We have about 25 minutes left in this dive. So we might have to
I'd been writing them
speed
down.
up
You can check like
and run to
the
the
last
top
one
of
I
the
wrote
hill
down.
so that we can cover the entire slope before recovery.
I'm using wire as the.
according to the ROV nav, um, we still don't have a exact measure as to how much more we have to ascend uh, before we reach the top. Therefore, we probably have to decide now whether we should continue at our current pace or speed up so that we will be able to reach the top in time.
Ah. I'm pulling on the tether at the same time. I'm trying to do this. So, go for it, Ed. Nope. It's a little piece of something.
We are currently in the process of a quick ascent to the top of this steep hill. The rim is probably at a depth of approximately 1,700 meters. We are coming up on 1,800 meters, so we have about 100 meters to go before reaching where the top might be. We can still see the side of the slope. It is not as well illuminated as before, but we can still make out some of these sponges that are on it. We just passed 1,800 meters, and we saw a few crinoids just now, and a couple corals are coming to view, including a sort of encrusting sponges on the rock face. We can also see some marine snow precipitation right now. More crinoids as we continue this quick ascent. There seems to be a decrease in the amount of apparent sedimentation here. I don't know if that's just because the wall has become steeper, maybe it's almost vertical, or whether there's actually less sedimentation here. I'm still seeing some sponges, crinoids. In fact, I believe we are seeing more crinoids here than we have in the past.
Oh.
We just passed by a pretty big white coral at a depth of about 1730 meters. We are continuing our quick ascent,
Right.
And
Here.
if the top of the hill is indeed
Copy that.
at about 1700 meters, then we might be getting pretty close to it. However, we do not see the rim yet, so we are continuing the sprint to the top and continuing to note the biology here. It seems that there are a lot more corals here. In fact, a lot of corals are coming
starting to
to
get
view
some
right now.
Critters here.
The crinoid density is also a little higher.
Copy that. $1,700. We should be. Copy that. Definitely getting more interesting. Horizontal there.
So it looks like
Oh,
we're
yeah.
getting up to the rim of this thing. Sedimented, mottled sediment up here. Don't know if this is a small. Sure. Yeah.
I might have to move the ship a little bit, Brian. I'm getting dragged around a lot. Sure. Okay.
No,
Waiting.
let me just say, I think this is Tim. We could. There's corals right behind us and to our left in large stands, and we could sit there if it's possible with the ship in its current position. It's not too far away. It's just off the rim right here, so it's not much. Maybe just a few meters away. Yeah. The part of the goal here was to see what was up on the rim, and it's clear we have this band of abundant corals here, and diverse corals here. And I think if we can go down and document those just on this rim, we'd be in really good shape. So I actually think they're just off in the distance outside, just beyond the field of view of our camera right now. You can see some of them on the edge there.
Well, let me come down a little bit and. Okay, so I'm coming down. I'm gonna face into the.
So right now we are
wall here.
at what may be the top of this cliff.
We're at 1670 meters.
Yep, and so looks like there is almost like this band of higher density corals and crinoids that's near the top of this cliff. What we plan to do now is to fly to the closest patch of corals and image them before recovery.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, looks like there's a red whip coral right in front of us. We can also see some sea stars. Maybe a sponge. Before we have to recover, which might be really soon, we will do our best to try to image some of these guys to document them.
Try and put a skid on here. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Ah, come on. Okay, trying to spin left. And there it is. Video. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, that guy. Well, doing what I can. Stand by. Uh-oh. That guy just fell off. I just fell off the edge there.
There's a predatory sea star over there on that coral. That's probably munching on that coral over there. Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
we're just discussing the possibility, everyone, of being able to stay a little bit longer on the seafloor here at these corals. Do some more documentation of the corals here. Normally we have to pull up in about 15 minutes or so. We'll see what happens.
Yes, Penn. Yes. Well, actually, Penn, the one with the five-arm sea star, that one? Yes. Okay. I don't want to walk on that red fella.
Pen, can we please get the
Penn, do you need a close-up of that sea star, or is this okay? Close-up. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to move, so it'll take me a minute. Okay, video, let's go full wide, and I'll try and set up a better shot here. $37.
We are currently imaging the corals near the top of the canyon. The depth is 1673 meters. ROV heading 20. In front of us is what appears to be almost like a fissure or crack in the rock with a couple of corals coming out right next to it. We will try to look for another one of those coral congregations near here.
I could use a
and
little more
attempt to
tether,
image
yeah.
as many as we can before
Yeah.
the order to
Yeah.
recovery is given.
Is that the same one?
Received an update. Apparently, our ROV recovery time for today's dive has been extended to 1700 hours ship time. That would be Eastern Daylight Time. Because of that, we now have approximately 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 40 seconds left in this dive before we have to recover. That will give us an opportunity to image and document the corals that we discovered near the rim of this
That's not working.
canyon.
That's starfish.
We are getting closer to the sea star now on the bamboo coral. According to Tim, it's a predatory sea star that could be munching on the coral.
I'm going to try and just turn a little bit. Video, let's start to work with that. Let me come up just a bit. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Just gonna. Okay, turning 180 to the left.
Santiago, this is Pen. We are moving pretty slowly here, and we're gonna pan around. So when you see your coral, can you just let me know, and we'll stop there and image it for you.
Thanks, Ben. If it's possible, I don't know if we can pan back and forth to the right and the left to see if we can cover more of the seafloor.
Okay, the ROV is going to do a little search pattern around here. Maybe look both to the left and right a little bit to see if we can find that coral.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. By the looks of the floor here, it looks like I was probably sitting there.
Santiago, is this the coral that you were talking about? The one kind of on the bottom left right now?
No, I don't think so. But
No? Okay.
take a look at the bottom. No, sorry, top right corner.
Take a look at the coral in the top right corner?
Top right corner?
Yeah.
Okay, we are moving there now. Looks like something is coming into view. It does look like a coral.
Yeah, that one.
Ah, okay, found it.
This is it?
This is the coral you are looking for. Okay, so we will try to image this coral if we could. Let's get close-ups of it, including the stem, and size it up with the 2 lasers.
You can put the lasers on, Tom, while I... Okay, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Yeah. All right. That's not going to work.
So this zigzaggy pattern is indicative of a Madrepora coral.
Okay, hang on.
We're currently doing close-up shots of the Madrepora coral. And in the view, you can almost see there's some sort of whip/quill looking structure right next to it. The Madrepora itself looks white, and the top of it looks kind of yellow. There's also a little bit of sedimentation on this coral.
That almost looks like a spring laying there. The coil.
Apparently, the coil-like
It looks
structure
a little too
is
perfect,
the
doesn't it?
skeleton of a chrysogorget coral.
That looks too perfect to be natural.
We are now zooming in on what appears to be the
My
living
camera's
portion
tilted up
of
all the
this
way.
Madrepora coral, which appears to have a yellow tint to it.
Yep, stand by. Mm-hmm. Take a look at the base of that spring. Right about there. Just zoom in on that. Do you really? Wow. Okay. Yep, thanks. Okay.
We just finished imaging the Madrepora coral, including the live tissue on the Madrepora.
Can't get there from here.
Right now we are going to look up a little more
So
towards what looks like a yellow coral, maybe Paramaricia, I don't know, but we're gonna look at it and image it.
I think it's that one there that they want. Well, I thought I'd maybe just pirouette a little bit to the right, come up a bit, and look for a place to park.
Okay, so we just received an update, which tells us that the recovery time has been moved to 16:30 hours, half an hour earlier than previous. Again, the recovery time has been pushed to 16:30, which is, I guess, 1 hour and 16 minutes from now. Of 1668 meters, ROV heading 213. Water temperature is still pretty consistent at approximately 4.3 degrees centigrade.
Come on.
We are looking for the yellow coral that was up and behind the Madrepora that we just imaged. We will do our best to image this coral and measure its size. Again, the ROV recovery time has been changed to 16:30 ship time.
Got a good sense of humor, Dave.
Okay, looks like we're coming up on that yellow coral now. It is above and kind of behind the Madrepora that we just imaged. This is an area of a relatively high concentration of corals relative to what we've seen in the dive so far. This is near the top of the canyon on the rim of it.
I thought I could get right in here. That's what I was thinking. Now, I could be right or wrong. I can be. Go ahead. Thank you. Sorry it's not centered. Okay. I'm going to try to turn and see what happens, but we might lose it. Okay. Turning gently. Yeah, it might turn out to be a dramatic shot. Okay, let's hold it there. Do you want to try and zoom on that stalk a little more? Okay.
We just took some really close-up shots of the yellow coral, which is probably Madrepora. You can see the polyps
All right.
extended on this guy.
Want to hit the lasers,
and we
please,
got some pretty
Tom?
close-up shots of the polyps.
Oh, hi, Dave.
We are now
Okay.
using the lasers on this coral.
10?
Yes, Santiago, is that?
I'm gonna make one more hop here. I'm going to try and turn into it now a little bit. I know I'm close with the light set, but can you... Oh, I'm too close.
We're now moving into image
Too close.
the what has been described by the
Turn
ROV
and
folks
back up
as
one
a
more
fuzzy-looking coral, just to the right of the yellow Madrepora. Our depth is currently 1670 meters. Water temperature is still 4.3 degrees Celsius. ROV heading 220. Ship time is 15:26. Our recovery time has been changed to 16:30.
Go for it. Okay, I'm going to try and turn a little bit. Okay, turning into it. Yes. Thank you.
We're currently doing some close-up imaging of an octocoral that might be either permanoid or a candidella.
No.
Oh, it's
Maybe
beautiful
not.
coral.
I don't know.
No. No.
Um, this is an area of a relatively high density of both corals and crinoids. That's near the very top of the canyon that we've been exploring today. We're currently at a depth of 1669 meters, moving in to image a Bathypathes corals and measuring it with the lasers. This is dive 3 in the West Florida Escarpment in the canyon head area. We started at a depth of approximately 2200 meters today. We did a vertical ascent along a very steep, rocky, and heavily sedimented slope, noting the biology along the way. When we got to the top, or what appears to be the top, we noticed this high-density patch of corals and crinoids growing on the rocks. Our dive recovery
Lasers
time
off,
is slated
please.
to be 16:30 Eastern
Video
Daylight
cleared
Time.
soon. Unfortunately, the lasers are horizontally oriented, so it's not going to help much with the length, but there's the base. Let's see, best place for me to be is over on the other side.
Hi, this is Hui.
Hui, go ahead. This is Pen. Ah, are you talking about a kind of a little coral just to the right of that whip coral?
Yes, it should be, it's on the left now. It looks to me like a primnoid, but it's hard to tell from here.
I think I know who you are talking about. I will pass it on.
Great, thank you.
Yes. try and back up here and stabilize on the rock behind me. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be a little jiggly here, but there you go. And I'm gonna go up ever so slowly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to blow sediment in that general direction, but we'll get to the top here. There you go.
We're currently imaging a big whip coral with the ROV. We're getting some close-up imagery of it. After that, we will try to look at the coral behind it, which has a ophirid associate, and perhaps a Permaresia. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Our current depth is 1670.7 meters. ROV heading 160. The water temperature has been really consistent at
Blowing
about
that snow off.
4.3 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, it's the snow blowing off my perch because I have to back into it. But okay. Alrighty.
Associates on it?
I see a pink one to the left with an associate, and then I see a bright yellow one further down slope.
Yeah, I believe the request was for the yellow one.
Okay, I'll head in that direction.
Thank you. We have finished imaging the big whip coral, and we are moving on to what might be a Permaresia with ophirid associate on it. I can't see really well from here, but we will get in a little closer to see if there is an ophirid. I don't see one yet, but we are moving closer.
I think I see a little crab.
Can you please confirm which coral you would like to look at?
Yes. Okay.
I don't see it.
Hui, this is Pan. Can you please confirm which coral you would like
I
to
will
look
go
at with
up
the
and look
ultraviolet?
down.
It's not there.
It can. I don't think it was actually on this one. Here's another Iridogorgia to the right. We saw the associate in, but we can always zoom in quickly to see.
You're talking about the Iridogorgia just to the right and behind of the one closest to us right now?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay, okay. Pilot, this is Pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, the Iridogorgia on request right now is the other one behind this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
You know, there's stuff in this one too.
Yeah, I think there's like a crinoid on it, I
There's a
believe.
crinoid, and I think there's a crab mid-stem. So I'll
Yeah.
just slide by here.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Or is that a shrimp? Somebody's living there. That's a shrimp. Okay, so there's a crinoid on the bottom and a shrimp in the middle. And off we go. And another shrimp. Well, not sure. Oops, 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 oops. There's some light. Let's get a zoom here, video. I'm just gonna float around. Yeah, it's okay. Hold that. There's your associate. Yes, we can. Just hold that zoom video. I'm gonna try to maneuver for this. Just track focus. And I've pushed in past my light here. But there it is. Looks like Popeye. And then let's see what we got. I may shift to the one on the right. And he's way out there, but the distal one. Yep, you got it. There's a little crab in there. I mean shrimp. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, there we go. Okay. The shrimp. No, the shrimp. Yeah, see it. Unfortunately, the arms were on the other side where he just came from. However, I think his cousin is just to the right, so. Okay. Well, while I'm planted here, why don't you pull out, Rolly, and let me go look at his cousin and see if it's the same species. Just going to pivot right just a smidge because he's a lot closer to this other one. That's all right. It's right over here. Okay. And zoom again. Hold that.
We are currently zooming in on
Okay.
the
You can go
pink
for macro on that guy.
Iridogorgia. We're doing a close-up view of the shrimp on it. We might also catch a glimpse of the associated crinoid. As we image this coral, we are still open to taking orders for corals that you would like to image.
Okay,
so
that's a great shot.
Please let us know at any time if there's a coral that
If you can see,
you like.
You can see under his abdomen that he's got. She has eggs there. See
Is
the
that the
dark color?
purple?
Yeah, that's the purple.
Excellent. This is kind of like the fiddler with asymmetry. Okay, do a slow pull out. Or you can do it any way you want, actually.
Okay.
But
okay.
any interest in the crinoid? You have some interest. Okay. Well, we'll work it until they chase us off. Back till they chase us off. Back in, Rolly. Okay.
Is it the one that you call the area response coral videos? Yeah. Is that pretty close? Maybe just a couple hours away. Okay, what about this? Can we just change area of most coral videos to WFLT followed by area of most coral videos?
Yeah. Okay. It might be time for me to go.
All right.
Okay. So, Penn, I'm very well planted here. If there's anything else that we'd like to see macroscopically. Okay, Roland, things are starting to settle down a little here. Hold that. Oh, 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 oh. Well, the Curiosity is a, yeah, but I think the Curiosity is that there seem to be two species here, and are they sharing a stem, or is the other one just cropping up from behind? Ah.
And when you zoom up, could we get some lasers too?
Yes, lasers coming up.
I have to pull back, Rolly, so we get the lasers.
Currently, we are imaging the dead stub of a coral with a Paramecia,
Less than
primnoid,
10 centimeters wide.
Anthomastus corals, a small white ophirid,
okay.
and some hydrates growing on this stem.
Okay, I think we're done with this guy.
Our current depth is 1672 meters. ROV heading
I'm gonna wait
138.
for the
ROV
next
heading
instruction because I don't want
138.
to kick up unnecessary.
And we just finished imaging the sponge.
Let's try it from here, Roland. Jeff, do you find time passes more slowly in that chair over there? Yeah, I'm gonna tilt down for the bay. Have I got enough? Yeah, okay.
The dust has settled, and we're now currently imaging what might be a Swiftia coral, a very small one. And we're taking close-up images of it right now.
perfect. Is that an egg? Yeah, oh well. Okay. Sure, base. Sure. Yeah, we got enough of the base there, I think, Rolly. You happy? Okay. We will go back and look. Okay, there's lasers for scale. And now back in. Do more macro. There is something in there. See it on the stem in the back there, Rolly? Okay. Yeah, okay. Lower? Okay, we'll go down. Oh, there it is. Right there. Anything else, Penn?
That's all I'm aware of at this time. So I would say that we're done with this coral. We're gonna have to pick up pretty soon.
Okay.
Yep, we got about 10 minutes of bottom time, so if we have to reposition somewhere dramatically different, I don't know if we'll have time to do it.
All right, we'll just work this spot for all it's worth. Count full wide, Rolly, and we'll okay.
We have less than 10 minutes for a few more minutes until we have to recover the ROV.
Yeah, I see it. Hey Jeff, could you drop me to 75 on the joy gain there, please? Thanks. Thank you. Joy gain there, please. Thanks. Thank you. Top right. Yeah.
Okay, so looks like our last coral of the day is the little pair marissa in front of us right now with what appears to be an ophiuroid associate on it. We will try to image it now, get close-ups, and also stick the lasers on it for measuring its size.
Okay, Rolly, let's go in. Let's hold that for a sec. More. There you go. Okay, let's see if we can macro the center when you've got enough of this shot. Yeah, his arm's out of the way there. Yeah, that should be good for an ID. I don't know if that's the input or the output end. Okay, guys. Getting on time to go here. Sure.
Okay, we are now finishing close-up imaging of the last coral of the day, which is a pair marissa with an ophiuroid associate. We are imaging its stem right now, after which we will probably recover the ROV. The current time is 16:31 Eastern Daylight Time, which is also a ship time. This has been dive 3 of the cruise in the Canyon Head site in the West Florida Escarpment. Today we started at a depth of approximately 2,200 meters and followed a steep, heavily sedimented slope up the canyon wall. We imaged many corals along the way and noticed sponges and crinoids, but as we neared the top of the slope, we noticed a high-density region almost like a
come off
band
gently
near the
and
rim,
artistically.
consisting of a diversity of different corals and crinoids. We have been imaging those guys for the past few hours, and now it looks like we have just finished imaging the last coral, and we are preparing the ROV for recovery. Thank you for tuning in today. And if you've been following the event log, there will be a conference call. Again, there will be a conference call in 5 minutes after the recovery starts. And we will be discussing our dive today and the plan for the dive tomorrow. The number for this conference call is 866-617-5860. Again, the number is 866-617-5860. The code you need to use to enter the conference call is 12333796. The